Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make what I like to call Penne Marsala. Now, Penne Marsala is just a great play on a traditional chicken marsala, and it is easy to make, a total crowd pleaser. And let me take you over the ingredients so we can get started. You're going to need some ground chicken. I've got some cremini mushrooms here that I've quartered, a chopped onion, some beef stock, some marsala. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, some unsalted butter, some garlic. I've got here some whole wheat penne, and you're going to need a few additional ingredients that are going to include olive oil, salt and pepper, just some herbs and cheese that's going to come at the end. But for now, we're going to get right into it. The first thing you're going to do is get a big pot and fill it with water, sprinkle in some salt, bring it to a boil. The second thing you want to do is take a large skillet with high sides, preheat it over medium-high heat with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Now to that, I'm going to add in my chicken, and I'm going to break this up as best as I can. And I'm going to just let this cook until it's mostly cooked through. It'll take about 3 to 4 minutes. My chicken is just about halfway cooked. I'm removing it with a slotted spoon because I want to leave all those drippings in there to cook the rest of my veggies in. So, most of this is out. If I leave any pieces behind, I'm totally okay with that. So, that's fine with me. And now I'm going to add in my onions. And I'm going to cook these until they've softened. Again, 3 to 4 minutes is all you're looking for. And you have the heat on medium-high, so it's going to happen pretty quickly and develop a little bit of color. So I'm just going to get my salt and pepper ready, and then we'll move on to the next step. As to my onions, I'm going to add in my mushrooms. I've turned the heat now down to medium, along with my garlic. I'm going to season this with some salt and pepper. Salt also brings out the moisture out of the mushrooms so that they cook a little faster and slump up a little easier. Give those a nice stir. And then this is going to cook 7 to 10 minutes. You want to keep an eye out on it. You're looking for the mushrooms to cook down, develop some color, and then I'll show you what to do next. They look fabulous. I'm going to put my chicken right back in. Mix it all together best as I can. It smells amazing in here already. Love this. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle over some flour. And this is going to thicken the sauce and give it really great sort of smooth, thick, creamy texture. And now I'm going to cook this for about 30 seconds while stirring constantly because I don't want the flour to settle to the bottom and then burn. So this will just take about 30 seconds until it's about cooked, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So now I'm going to add in some marsala, and this is going to need to reduce for just about a minute or so. I want most of the alcohol to cook out, but I want the flavor to intensify and kind of reduce a little bit so there's not too much liquid. So it's good. I'm going to tidy up a bit, and then I will come back and add one of the last ingredients so that this can cook for a little bit by itself. Going to add in some beef broth or beef stock, and now I'm going to let this cook for 10 minutes or until it has reduced, it's nice and thick. And this is a perfect time for me to add my pasta to my boiling water because it'll take about 10 minutes to cook, and then I'm going to drain the pasta, put it back into the same hot pot, and then I'm going to meet you back here to pretty much assemble the whole thing. My sauce is pretty much done. My pasta's cooked. I've drained it and I put it back into the same pot. Now to my sauce here, I'm going to add in some fresh herbs, some thyme and parsley, along with a little bit of butter, just about a tablespoon, not a whole lot. I just wanted a little extra creaminess and richness. This looks amazing. I'm going to turn this off. I just tasted it for seasoning and it needs a little bit more salt and pepper. So I'm just going to add an extra little pinch, not too much because I am going to put in just a little handful of Parmesan cheese, some freshly grated Parmigiano, for that saltiness that I love. Okay, I'm going to put my sauce right in here with my pasta. Oh yeah, it smells so yummy. Add in my cheese. And I'm going to just stir this together. This looks and smells amazing. All the flavors of, the traditional marsala, but in I think an easier and even better way. It's like a one-pot wonder. Well, 2 pots really, but you're just boiling the pasta in one pot, so you don't have to do a whole lot in there. Just gonna serve myself a little bit here. Oh yeah, so delicious. It's got a nice dark color. Right on. And I decided to use whole wheat pasta because I felt like that sort of delicious nuttiness would go perfectly with the woodsy taste of the mushrooms, and it definitely does. But you can use any kind of pasta you want, obviously. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Go to www.laurenkitchen.com to get this recipe, along with many others, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.